and we'll just have a little dancing, a bit of a cheers, and then we'll jump straight in. And I hope you're all ready for this. Ready, producer?
Producer. Garçon.
I believe that's pronounced Garcon, Paddy. Garcon.
La Garçon, yeah. Garçon.
Good evening and welcome to the Just Presents Mad Mondays for a very, very special Mad Mondays because it is the finale of Mad Mondays.
What?
I know, Liam, can you believe it? Liam McNeil, you're with me again. It's
Welcome.
It's fantastic to be the last show because the last show of the off season. And we're about to get into something very, very different. But while we're still here, we have a very, very special guest all the way from, I don't know which part of the world you've just come from, Paddy, but we have Patrick Richardson joining us for the very first time.
Good to see me, innit?
Yeah.
Always, mate. Which part of the world have you joined us from,
I
Paddy?
flew in from went Mexico, Costa Rica, then Melbourne, straight from the AA.
Ah.
Australian Open.
Australian
yeah.
Open.
Yeah.
I got to ask you,
I
Paddy,
got knocked out early, but that's I made it home.
you look a little bit like a young Andre Agassi, actually, like with the, is that
But
all
with the
attached?
hair.
Is that
Yeah.
attached to your head?
Yeah, no, it's there permanently.
But why do you travel so far away, Paddy? Like, what do you do for work when you're not podcasting?
Professional bull rider these days.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, it's going well.
Now, there's
so,
a humorous story, Patrick, as to how you got into professional bull riding. Do you want to fill us in on that one?
Yeah. Well, it was tough times, and I thought, listen, never rode a bull before. I thought, when you get a feeling, you might be good at something. So went down to local rodeo, and so I was starting a small one. He said, well, I'd go for the big one. I said, well, give me the big one. And that was it. Went on from
Now,
there.
it started small, didn't it? The boat
Yeah,
harbour,
but you get a few rubs and it gets big.
But the boat harbour rodeo, I mean, you were there when in the smaller days, but now it's a national tour rodeo tour event.
Yeah, I was there when it started,
You're
and
kind
it
of
was
a
a
pioneer.
nice little gig, and it was like a very family event, but
Yeah.
it sort of got blown out. So that's
It's more adult now.
that's why I went worldwide. Yeah,
No, but Paddy, you live on a boat.
Yeah, sorry,
Just to fill everyone, there's little bulls out there. There's bull sharks out in the ocean. But so you're on a. How do you describe it? Is it like a chartered vessel? Is that like?
well, super yacht or mega yacht, as they call it.
Not just a regular yacht. Okay.
I was in the taxi once, and they're like, oh, what do you do this by myself? And I said, oh, I work on a super yacht. They're like, oh, fucking super yacht, you can pay. I was like, oh, so I don't like saying that, but just say work on a boat.
Which actually, for listeners who know me, know that I actually thought for years after I met Pat that he meant like a enormous coal loader.
Yeah.
I was very surprised when he said that he was hanging out with a celebrity on the boat. And I said, why is a celebrity on the coal loader? He said, no, I work on yachts.
Yeah. So
confusing.
Just put in context, how big's the boat?
50 metres.
50 metres, because I would just describe it to another friend of ours just outside, and I said it was 50 foot,
Yeah.
and that's not as big as 50 metres.
No.
I've just been...
Is 50 metres big for a boat? I don't go boating much.
It's about, there's some big boats out there.
Like, how
but-
big's a house? Is a house 50 metres?
It'd be less than 50 metres.
Okay.
You think of a football field, that's like half a football
But that's
field.
100
That's a good question. How big is a boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty open.
You know the difference between a boat and a ship? Because I used to, but I forgot it.
So did I. I forgot it too. Because I actually, apparently, that same first mate I was telling you about, the Dutchie who bee stick.
You're actually...
Not he.
No, not a Dutchie that has a bee stick, but like...
No,
so-
when we
but you're saying like because it, like you work on a... Would you call it a ship? Is that a ship?
Well, yeah, he always used to correct. I said the boat. He goes, it's a ship,
It's a
because he was a commercial boy and he was Dutch and he's like had a broomstick up his ass and like. So he was like,
I believe a boat can be carried by a ship, but not vice versa.
oh yes,
I've heard that years ago, but
that might be on the.
So
Anyway,
because
it could be
you
something.
you travel around on quite a large, we call it a vessel, just to keep everything very
that's-
PC. And whereabouts do
he's
you
such
go?
a fence sitter, Paddy.
Where do you go, Paddy? Where do you go places?
It goes wherever it's got to get to. It's that's not being a smart ass. That's like so. We get a little itinerary, and that's where we've got to get to. But it does science research, and it's obviously got an owner.
Yeah.
And then it does charter boats as well. But interesting, it's actually an ex-Australian Navy boat built in 1970 in Williamstown in Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Not down the road.
Oh, no, down the road, yeah.
Just down in Melbourne.
Our William Town's landlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to build a boat
A
there.
lot of planes there, though.
The planes, yeah.
But and then it was a hydrographic vessel, and it did survey all around the world, and around Australia, sorry. And then a couple of Kiwi blokes bought it from Cairns off the Navy.
Yeah.
Had a handheld, two of them had a handheld GPS. And like, right, paid them the money, and we're off. Took it to New Zealand with a handheld GPS, just two of them.
How many
And
people?
then they built it over there, and then it is what it is now.
How many people are like staffing on this boat? Like you obviously work on it. How many? Like you got your captain. And
There's about. It ranges like we can run it with 11, and then it goes to about 14. 15.
What's
I don't
your
know,
boat rank? Because boat ranks can be very demeaning. Like, there's the old boat rank, first boy. I think they use it on movies now. It's the
Yeah.
first boy. That's kind of
Yeah.
demeaning for a rank. What's your boat rank?
I'm a bosun.
You're the bosun.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
you
it's-
get to sit on the bosun's chair up top?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is that a real
yeah.
thing?
Well, that's when you got to wash the boat. You get in the bosun's chair.
Oh.
I don't like doing it actually.
Oh,
It's a bit
yeah, no,
tight
that
around the
sounds like-
hips for me.
I don't
That
know.
sounds like a chore. I thought it was like swinging away up in a hammock off the
No, it's good. Yeah.
tower with a.
But
But it's probably
Spyglass,
it's
a
probably
telescope.
out in the open sea, isn't it? Like it's out
Yeah.
there, like in the so where have you been in the last 12
No, he
months?
just does it in his pool, Nagy.
I started in New Zealand, went round, then went up, then we went round
Around the world
to
is
the
it?
canals.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
I did. I got around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Really?
that was nice. Yeah. And
like
then we
that
went
chick
to
who got lost.
yeah.
She couldn't do it.
Which one?
Remember the 16-year-old? She was going to be the first 16-year-old
Oh,
girl
yeah,
to
yeah.
sail around the world. And she
Didn't do it?
got
The
lost.
Aussie chick.
Yeah, she came close.
Yeah,
though.
she had a good set of fangs on her.
Yeah.
Tombstones. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember. That's
she-
all I could remember. It's like
I can't
Not
remember
to
her name.
belittle her achievements.
No,
but yeah,
she's
she was
great.
a
But
funny
she got-
looker.
Mike works there now.
Yeah, no, she does.
Yeah.
Good
Good on her.
big shout out to Mike McKinnon out there. But also,
Oh, Michael.
but also because you do some different things on the boat, and different people come on the boat. We also know that there's a couple of celebrities. Come on, Paddy. I don't want you to talk down the celebrity meetings that you had. But you told us a few years ago that you were on the boat with. No, it wasn't Mark Wahlberg. It was Matt Damon.
Oh, Damo. Yeah.
Matt Damon. Yeah, but
That was the actor. That's why I questioned why Matt Damon would be on a coal loader.
Yeah, he's like, what's Matt Damon
Was he
doing on a
researching a
coal
role,
loader?
or-
Yeah.
But like, what was there was also the other what are the brothers' names that you just said you had on?
Oh, the Hemsworth boys. Yeah,
just
yeah.
the Hemsworth boys. Can you tell us about
good
the Hemsworth?
Aussie boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, just top blokes, really nice blokes. Funny, we actually have a mutual friend. You know, like, it's weird
That's the
'cause
most
my-
Newcastle thing ever. It's
Yeah.
about bloody Chris Hemsworth, from the Avengers. Yeah, he's mates with a
Well-
mate of mine.
Well, my mate, Chris Tyndall's brother,
Yeah, Tyndall. Yeah.
he's an ab diver down in Malakuta on the border of, down there.
Down there.
Down
Victoria
there,
and
yeah,
New South Wales. Yeah. And they used to go holidaying there, the Hemsworths. And their mate, Alex's deckhand, was mates with them. So, yeah. And I was like, I'm on there and chatting away because he's real Chris is Chris. He's a real nice bloke. And chatting away, I was like, we talked about Malakuta and just got up and I was like,
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
so and so.
I was like, do you know such and such? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you're right, I know him too. Yeah.
What a ridiculous country we
'Cause
live. There's like 20 people in Australia.
There's only about 40
That's
maybe. Like,
insane.
but they're pretty spread out.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But there's Chris Hemsworth and then there's another Hemsworth.
Oh, Liam.
Liam
We
Hemsworth.
share a name if you guys were.
Yeah, I haven't met him, but Luke, the older one,
He
that's
was
the
going to
one
go to
that I
Newcastle
did-
Uni for a while.
Was he?
Yeah, they had his security detail scoping out Newcastle Uni.
No way.
Dude, we got the shit raped out of him.
So was it Luke Hemsworth that were the other Hemsworth?
Top bloke, yeah.
Top bloke, and I think he had a bit of an injury on the boat. Was
Yeah,
it-
he came
was-
aboard in Tahiti for a surfing trip, and he got one day of waves, and then we set this fucking slippery dip up slide, massive slide. So it's a big slide. It's from the top deck anyway. Like I said, they're going down having fun, and I was like, oh, Luke, I go down the bodyboard, and he's
like on your feet, like you're
yeah, because he's a surfer. I was like, and then I said, he goes, he kept going, he couldn't get it. And I said, you've got to lean forward and really commit. He's like, right, yeah. Anyway, he he fucking ate it pretty hard, and like I said, I was like,
Yeah.
are you right? He's like, yeah, and he didn't go back and get the board, and I'm in there getting the board, and he's like, I think I fucked my shoulder, and he's dislocated his shoulder. He's had, and the guy couldn't surf the whole trip. And,
was he filming anything at the time?
Well, I think he was going back to Westworld. I didn't get in. I didn't ask him because I didn't want to know. I was,
Fans of the show, direct
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mail to Mad Mondays and we'll send it on to Patrick.
Yeah.
We're not giving his address out for fear of
Basic-
reprisals.
Basically, what you did, Paddy, you broke one of the Hemsworth brothers.
yes, yeah. And I felt,
Some motherfuckers related to Thor, man. You know
yeah,
how
I
it is
know,
to break
I know.
him?
But I told you,
Oh.
I fixed him up with the sling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a red hot sling too. Actually, I
Yeah.
saw a picture of it. It was
We'll put a photo up on the on the pod. Just of your job of slinging him up.
We'll get on to Luke Hemsworth's people.
He-
Our people. Karenal.
It's funny. He come like his missus there. She's really nice. And she's like, oh, you done this for us? Like, and she goes, oh, it's not your first. I was like, no, it's actually my second. It's the second time I've done it.
And Paddy, did you make it the first time?
Like,
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I
Like
didn't
what?
think you'd make it the first time. Oh, well done.
no, the sling I mean. I made this. This was my second
I thought
sling.
we'd
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
down there.
Anyway, we're having a laugh. I was shit house at it, but it was all right, I reckon.
What was your first sling you made?
In the course. In
Oh,
the,
so
when
you
I did the
actually- okay, I
First
thought
aid
you were
course,
able to-
yeah.
That's all right. But like, but Liam, we digress.
Oh,
we
yes.
of
Yeah,
course
we did.
because this is our last Mad Mondays that we're doing.
How many more are you
Yeah.
doing these?
None.
Oh, right.
This is the finale.
This is
Last
Back
one.
to footy talk.
back to footy talk after this, but after because this is Mad Monday, Liam, what are we celebrating this week?
We're celebrating two things this week. Now, as I was scrolling through my book I keep of all my various celebrity friends and their birthdays, I stumbled
Yeah.
upon two, which I thought we really needed to discuss. Today is the birthday of the actor who played Sergeant Schultz on
Yeah.
Hogan's Heroes,
Yeah.
who was obviously... Idol's the wrong word for me to use. He was someone I laughed at mercilessly as a child. And the other one's Alan Alda, who I also laughed at and with.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
Hawkeye.
Pierce
Hawkeye.
from MASH. And also Mel Gibson's boss in What Women Want. It's a great movie, that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was the same. I thought it was three separate people.
I think he played the president in some movie. I remember years ago, and I was
He'd be
like,
a great
and he
president.
was up there, and I was like, that's fucking Hawkeye. What's he doing as a president? Like,
He went Doctor President. Like,
I
that's-
can't remember.
He'd
the
make
movie,
a
but
great US president, couldn't you imagine? Oh, 76 American citizens have died. What a way to go.
Still got a good head of hair though.
Oh, doesn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah.
it's
doesn't
good
he ever?
mop. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it-
very good mob.
But it brings us also back to watching Hawkeye MASH and also Hogan's Heroes, especially Hogan's Heroes, a show that you watch and you have one character that pretty much has the I know nothing, like that was his only joke through the whole show. But,
But
you still
boy, didn't he do it well.
you still laugh at it
Oh, he
again
did
and
it
again.
brilliantly.
They don't make the shows like they used to.
They don't. I especially love the finale of Hogan's Heroes. Of course, that's the one where they finally get caught and sent to
They get caught.
gas chambers.
They were already caught. What?
Is that what happens? I don't
That's
think
what
I've
happens
ever
at
seen
the end of Hogan's Heroes.
Is that what's going to happen at the finale of this?
Schultz has finally had his dash, and he says, "All right, no." Does the requisite paperwork. They're off. Done.
They're dead.
Into the crematorium.
I never
no,
knew that.
of course that didn't happen.
Oh, God.
It's Hogan's Heroes.
I just thought it was like a real
That
somber
didn't happen
end.
at all. No,
I thought it was a real
I
somber
don't know what
end
happens
of
at
the
the end of
show.
I thought,
Hogan's
fuck,
Heroes.
that's rough, eh?
Because I
No, I've got no idea.
was thinking the end of
yeah,
MASH as well, because the end of MASH is like a
It's
real
happy.
Because
The war ends.
well, it's like happy, but it's like some are leaving, some are gone.
The helicopter crashes. Yeah,
but-
yeah, in MASH, they'll die.
Which which is also funny to mention because this has been the final show. But there was also lots of finales that you remember, like the make believe finale of Hogan's Heroes that you brought up, or the
I
finale.
invented it because I wasn't happy with the current one. I do that with most shows. Actually, you guys should try this out. If you're watching a bad show and you don't like it,
Yeah,
just make up the show in your head. Use like the characters and whatever, and their story sucks. Just make up your own story in your head. It's brilliant.
Or turn it, put mute, and make your own words.
I've been
into
watching
it.
Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy for 12 years. I don't know what the hell happens in that show. It's in a hospital or something.
but it's like there's some finales that are better than others. This finale, shithouse, but also very on brand. with
On
what
brand.
what we've been doing.
Paddy, that's our new
You saved
word.
the best for last, though. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thank God we got you, Patrick. It could have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
Well, I was a feeling that, wasn't I?
yeah.
Didn't you accidentally pocket dial me? Oh, fuck, Richo.
Can you come on quickly? You're in the country, right?
You know, you're lucky to get me because what do we got? The NBN
I don't know what
is
it is.
down.
Yeah.
And I was at home and I got your calls and I was on the veranda. So you're real lucky
That's
to get
the only
me, to be
place you get
honest.
reception.
Yeah, I was
Well,
out
yeah.
there. And that's why I was standing up.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said, are you sitting down for this? I said, no, I'm standing up, but I can't sit down because I'll lose reception.
Because I had to
Boy, hasn't the NBN been a flop?
Oh,
well, I had to
fuck it,
prefix
duh.
it because Pat comes from reasonably the same area that I do, and because we're like
Boat Harbour,
Boat
where the
Har-
radio is.
but well, there's
You know where the radio is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've
but
been to
it's-
radio, haven't you, Nugget?
but Boat Harbour, unfortunately, is one of the areas in Australia that is when people complain about the black spots, the whole of Boat Harbour, it's a suburb of like thousands of people. It's just no one gets any phone reception, and it's
What a
like,
debacle.
and it's 2018.
It's really good. I remember when I was it's funny, like you used to ring up and like,
Yeah.
hi, Mrs. Richardson, is Pat there? And we're 21.
I had to still talk to your parents. You're the only person that I had to keep calling up and be like, "Hi, it's Scott calling. Can I
the
please
fuck's
speak?"
Scott?
Yeah, who the fuck's Scott?
No one knows.
remember
That's the first time his real name's come up on this show.
Oh, is it?
Shit. Yeah,
Oh no, the illusion is shattered.
everyone thought my name was Susan. But like, but at the same time, when you think about these shows that aren't no longer showing, were you ever looking at were you ever watching a show when you were younger and going like, I really like this, and then it finishes with, or like, was there any like good or maybe even really shitty finales that have come up that you can remember?
I remember the show. You remember the show Dinosaurs with the big people
Yeah,
dressed up? It was a sitcom, but they were just dinosaurs. That had a really sad ending.
It was
It was very politically driven because the ending was basically the start of the Ice Age. I remember they're in their house and all of a sudden it starts getting cold and they're sitting around the dinner table.
They die?
And yeah, well, no, they don't die. But anyway, this one's actually true now. I'm not making this up like Hogan's Hero.
Sewing some
But yeah,
jumpers.
yeah, but at the end of it, they're all sitting around the dinner table, and these are a family of, I want to say, costumed dinosaurs that we've grown to know and love over the years.
It was like the
then-
Flintstones,
Is that like Alf? No.
Sort of like
no,
but
the same.
dinosaurs.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
think I
anyway,
do
they're sitting
remember
around the dinner table and it starts getting freezing, and the dad gets up and says, "Oh, it's getting really cold," and then it starts snowing, and you're like, Ice Age. Oh my God, they're all gonna die.
they're all dead.
They are all about to die.
And they were pretty much like, just to fill in everyone, it was like the Flintstones, but like costume dinosaurs. Dun, 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 dun,
I always felt like the dinosaur husband was basically John Goodman's character in Roseanne with a tail. He even wore the same plaid shirt. He wore the same plaid shirt, I think.
It was pretty much, but also at the same time, there's some shows that I like. I wish that maybe an Ice Age went through and they didn't have such a shit finale. Like, hey, it's Saturday. like I wish
When they moved it to Wednesday and didn't change the name of the show.
No, but it was years
Agreed,
after.
Pat.
It was years after. Yeah, thank you.
The
Sorry,
mark of respect.
Daryl Summers. He's just been put on a stamp. Can you believe Daryl Summers by the Audit of Australia has just been put on a
hasn't.
by Australian Legend stamps. Daryl Summers. You can get it. Look, go out there and buy an Australian, the most Australasian stamp you can ever get to send overseas is the
Daryl
Daryl Summers one.
Daryl Summers now, or Daryl Summers 1995.
I hope it's 95 because he's not doing any much else now.
Yeah, because he also good head of hair.
Great head.
Yeah,
It can't have been real. Channel 9's wig department was the best in the country at the time.
Apparently,
And
Channel,
Ray Martin too.
apparently,
Rock
apparently,
and Ray,
Channel
yeah.
9. Apparently, he still went into because he was such a Channel 9 staple. He used to go into Channel 9 well after Hey Hey Saturday had finished and still get his haircut. We'll be right back for a second half of the Mad Mondays.
Why wouldn't you?
great service.
I fucking love that Ray Martin story. That's brilliant. He goes to Channel 9 to get his haircut.
No, Daryl Summers, not Ray Martin.
Oh yeah. Did I say Ray? I mean, sorry.
Yes.
Anyway, I was just laughing at you. Sorry, because I love that.
Wait till we get the producers a green light. Welcome back to the second half of. Oh no, that was very loud, wasn't it? Welcome back to the second half of the Joust vs Mad Mondays finale.
Finally.
But wait, there's more. Only this half of it though.
Remember when we got the "but wait, there's more" guy wrong?
Yeah, we said it was Ian Turpie, but it was really the tall guy.
Tall guy.
Barry.
No.
Tall Barry.
No, it was the other guy. Anyway, look, I digress. Look, look, Paddy, because you're such a
That was our brief flashback episode. It was one flashback.
yeah, Paddy, because you're such a well-travelled guy, and obviously being a very Australiana guy as well, has there ever been a bad thing that's happened to you overseas, that you want to bring up in front of
Oh,
thousands
there's
of people?
heaps. There's multiples.
Hit me with it, Paddy.
Excellent.
I'll start at the start. When the first time, when I went to America, I was 21, and Christine and Steve, and Chris had been overseas, and me and Steve, we got there anyway. We had a shit-house plane flight, and I'd been actually at a 21st before, and I got caught up in customs, and they did a bit of body search, and I didn't know. I was that, when you're real hungover and you piss, and I was wearing a cut-off flannel, and I had beer stain on. You can smell that beer. And I had a stop over in Fiji, 20-hour plane ride. Anyway, they gave me a shitload of questions and they took me into the back room. And
This is custom to be you might not get in. The
no,
country.
yeah, that's what and I'm thinking. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go home, straight home, get another flight. Steve's through.
Your mates are gone.
He's waiting on the other side. And anyway, it's heaps of shit happened. Anyway, they did a bit of a search. And I've got a big dick in Sharpie thrown on me. I'm fucking, it was, and I was like, oh, what's that? I was like, oh.
How does a customs official deal with that?
And
Do they keep a straight
just
face?
mate, I just had a real big night last night, and he was like, and his name, he was an asshole. He was a prick, and I'll never forget him. His name was Decoy, and I was like,
How do
I
you
rocked
spell
up,
that one?
Decoy, I think, I don't know. Anyway, I rocked up, and I thought, and I saw him, and he had glasses and a shit haircut, and I
There's
was
a
like.
nerd.
And I remember I thought, oh, I'm in for it here. And you know what? You know when you're that hungover and and I had like thongs on and I had the black marks on my thongs. I was sweating and stuff. It was like that. It was horrible. But anyway, I got there. Anyway, we 21, just 21.
Just
So
21.
Just a child.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, go over there, American girls are going to love us. So, whatever. Anyway, we get to the pub and at this bar and boom, written and we're drinking the shit house beers with the orange and what they call
Blue Moons.
Blue Moons, yes.
Yeah, so this was years ago. And anyway, they're terrible, and like real gassy.
They're a very gassy beer.
Real
Yeah.
gassy, yeah.
I never liked them. Never liked them at all.
No, I was drinking them. Anyway, go along at the bar, chatting to this girl, beautiful blonde chick, like really smoking hot, and I'm like, "Geez, this is all right."
Whereabouts in America was this?
It was in San Diego.
San Diego. Okay.
Yeah, so we landed in LA. Anyway, chatting away, and I thought, "Oh well, maybe I'll catch you around later." She goes, "Oh yeah, yeah." And by the way, I love your accent. I went, "Oh," to say thanks, and as I've said thanks, I've burped and spewed like
So he spewed at this ball.
spewed at her. Yeah,
This
and
was-
she's just like.
How did you recover from that? And how did you pick up the pieces?
I just went, shit, sorry, love. I was like, and I just looked at there was a bit of, was beer. It wasn't bad. That wasn't right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I looked down, I thought, should I try? I thought, no, fuck it. It's my first night here and smoking up blonde chicks.
You'll
no
be
worries.
right.
So I was like, this is all right, no.
He's bailed on her. You said-
Well, what are you going to do? Like,
And it's our 9th anniversary next week. It's beautiful. It's a delightful thing.
yeah.
But isn't that weird how other people from different countries that aren't us think
Yeah.
that the Australian accent is very attractive? I find that so strange.
Well, I like the Australian part of it of just don't worry about it because it's very Australian. Just don't worry about that. Like whatever happened just then, just don't worry about it. I'll just spewed at you. Just don't worry about that. It happened to me in Australia. And it was a misunderstanding that happened to it happens to a lot of Australians. You go through. I was going through McDonald's.
Wonderful restaurant.
Yeah, wonderful, beautiful restaurant.
Dear sponsor of the show, actually.
Dear sponsor of the show. And we were running through and I was with my good friend Seth Bowes and
Bickies.
Bickies. Big shout out to Bickies. But I was this time I was paying in change, much like yourself, Liam. I was paying in change, and I thought I had all the change there, and I gave the change to the girl, and I thought I paid 5 cents too much to this poor 15-year-old girl working at McDonald's, and she gives me this look of like, and I was like, thank you, and I just went to like pull to the next window, and she goes, she goes 5 cents, and I thought that I'd paid 5 cents too much, but in fact I'd paid 5 cents too little.
This was before we did our work with counting now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
We had to
need the
get him up.
abacus.
We had to get him up to scratch,
Yeah.
Paddy. It took a while, man.
So I was just like, okay. I was like, as I was driving, she's like 5 cents, and I go, just don't worry about it. Like, just don't worry about that.
Give it to the
Yeah,
McDonald
put it in the
Foundation.
vault,
Put it in the
thing.
tin.
And I think I even did that. I go, just don't worry about it. Like
Put it in
just that action. Just don't worry about it. And went to drive, and she goes, no, 5 cents. And I was like, look, just don't worry about it. Like,
Nagy, you think you're being this generous god? No, keep my 5 cents. I
Please.
insist. This is my gift to you. 5 cents.
I'm a wealthy Australian man. 5
When
cents.
realistically, what you're doing is say, you, small child woman, reach into your pocket, pay the 5 cent difference
Pay it.
for me.
I don't care that I'm 5 cents too much because we live in this beautiful capitalist society and 5 cents means nothing. So I went to drive and she's like, no, you've underpaid me 5 cents. And in my panic there, because now I'm with someone else, I was sort of like, are you sure? And then handed back to me in a panic. It's like what happens when like you see war movies when someone gets shot and they start talking about things at home. You know what I mean? Like, then it's like,
I thought it was 5 cents over.
yeah.
Oh, shit, it was.
And
Oh,
so I was like-
5 cents
so
under.
I'm counting it out, and I
Tell
was
my
like,
mother I didn't have enough change.
and I had to be like, I am 5 cents under. I'm sorry. And I had to be like, Seth, do you have 5 cents? And he's just like, no. And I was like, well, I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we're gonna pay on card. And then
We've come to an impasse.
and it was this awkward because you have to go to the second window, and obviously the person in the second window is very privy to what's going on in the first window. So it was just like, and I had to like accept the food that is like large Big Mac meal, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, sorry. So, but it's just language that it flows through holes. That just that it, like she was just being polite, but I thought I was being polite back. But Patty, like being obviously overseas all the time, has there ever been any like language barriers? Any like
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you doing, Savo? Do you want avocado? Yes.
The Savo. That was a doozy
Savo.
to explain.
Throw it out there. Yeah, you throwing
What's a Savo?
Is it ever led into like some very, very awkward maybe situations? Well, like,
That's what. So, same trip when we were young fellas, and we're chatting to these two sisters, and they're a bit older.
how much older? Like, let's give it an age range.
They were 30,
Oof.
32,
Okay.
31. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
so it's all right.
Yeah.
I thought, this is all right. Anyway, and we chat to them, and they came back, anyway, two sisters. Anyway, Steve has a bit of a charmer. I'm just hanging off, you know.
Oh,
You're
you're
playing
a charmer
the-
too,
I'm
Paddy.
just, you know.
You're the wingman. You're Goose.
Yeah.
He's Maverick.
I was
Yeah.
Goose. Anyway, I'm there, and anyway, goes on. We get there, end of the night, you know, get taxi, and Steve-O goes in and goes, listen, I've got us two hotel rooms. I was
Yeah.
like, fucking forward.
But-
You know, like, okay.
Good Christian lad like yourself, Paddy. I think.
Yeah. Best Western too.
Yeah.
That's it,
Right
you
on the
have to-
beach in San Diego.
You know you got to be up early for church in the morning, Paddy.
Yeah.
I hope you told the girls that.
And I was only in San Diego probably 3 weeks ago, and I went and visited the Best Western. I thought I've got to go give it the tip of the cap, you know.
It's a wonderful chain. Again,
Yeah.
it's big sponsors of the show.
But anyway, we get there and shit gets going down, and anyway, it's about I don't have a condom, and I'm like, oh, you dopey bastard! Like one job, one thing, and I was like, do we need one? She's like, yeah. And I was like, right. Anyway, I said, listen, right, I'll go get one. Wait here. So I'm off. And I was half into things too. So then I had to throw the strides back on. Anyway, running down, looking for a 7-Eleven. Find one. Get there and I'm like, fucking knackered. I'm like, right, beers, big thing of Gatorade. It's like, and behind the kids, the Trojans. Anyway, so I said, pack of them, please. Anyway, and I've gone, got there, and my old fellows just went, my fly stood down, and my old fellows just went on the 7-Eleven counter. And I'm just going, and I'm like, pay it, got it.
So you went to pay for your goods that you purchased at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'm at the, and I'm just,
And you fellas just said g'day
So
to
g'day.
the clerk.
Because you thought it was probably in a safe spot, probably
Yeah,
the
well,
tuck up.
Reasonable to assume.
Yeah,
That's a safe assumption to
threw
make.
the strides on real fast, and I was like a bat out of hell, you know.
See, that's why now I've got my beefs with Best Western Hotels. But that is my main one. If you'd stayed at the wonderful YHA with their mixed dorms, they
true.
realise what people are doing in their hotels, and they offer condoms in the vending machine. I availed myself.
Well,
of
there,
that, but
that's it.
It's very cheap.
So-
I worry.
So I'm running back because I'm going shit. Anyway, so I've got the Trojans, a few beers and a Gatorade, big bowl of Gatorade.
Thinking for the morning as well. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in there and I'm lost. And I'm like, and I'm going to this. I said, listen, I've got a hotel room here somewhere, but I can't find it. To this lady at the she's an real old lady, and she had glasses and curly grey hair, and I'm like, and I was like,
This is the person at the counter, not the person you were sleeping
no,
with.
no. She had long grey hair. So, and I was like, it's under Pat Richardson. I'm like, oh no, sorry, it's under Steve and Lee. And she goes, oh, you're at the wrong hotel. Steve had done the same thing, gone to and went back to the same wrong hotel. Anyway, I said, oh, right. She's like, you're over there. And I'm like,
So
oh.
she even knew which hotel you were
Yeah,
at based on Steve
she
running
had to
down the
find
same-
because Steve must have been maybe 5 minutes in. We must have just passed each other,
like ships in the
yeah,
night,
like
Paddy.
ships in the night. And so I get there anyway. I'm back and I'm like, fucking. Anyway, got there. The fucking door's locked. I didn't take the key, so I'm out the front going.
Bang, bang, bang.
Anyway, finally she opened up the door and did got the job done. Thank
Well,
Christ.
good. I'd hope so.
Thanks to the Gatorade.
Yeah, well, after such a bloody adventure, you'd hope to.
You would have been quite low on electrolytes after all that running.
But Yeah, it gets better, but I won't say it up because the morning after was funny, but I can't say it because
We'll save that one for the DVD.
wasn't me. I
outtakes.
was. It was.
That's all right. That'll be on the DVD outtakes, Paddy. It's all good.
That's all. Yeah, stay tuned for the unrated episodes of the Jazz Presents Mad Mondays. The ones that we. This is a family show, Patrick. I dare say.
Family show.
You can't say.
There's children watching.
you just can't say it. There's certain things that you can't say now on public.
Well, we've pretty much said most of them.
We've said a whole lot of them, but now we've set the standard that you can't say them anymore. But it's the Australian,
Especially on the finale.
it's
Especially on the finale.
On the finale, the family is all watching. But it's one of those things that the Australian language is just, you fall into this. It's like the Australian hope that you go to the wrong hotel. It's just this entrusting sort of community thing, but also it leads to a whole lot of problems, like when you run into people that don't know, and then it's like, especially with even like measurements of was it measurements of the time we were talking about earlier?
Anything, any kind of measurement. When in my various trips overseas, when they say how much of something would you like, and you're in a foreign country, and you say, I'd like 4/5 of fuck all, mate. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Say, what? How do you mean?
Yeah.
How do I fulfill that request?
Well, you should have said 2/3 of fuck all.
See, now therein lies the issue.
Yeah.
Is it 2/3? Is it 4/5? It's up for debate.
Because I remember, like, Paddy, you were saying that you had this the issue with referring to something as a bee's dick.
Yeah, bee's dick.
Which in Australia means no time at all. Like, like very,
or
very
no distance at all.
No distance at all.
Yeah, or like it's a bee's dick in it.
It's bee's dick in that, and like obviously working on a ship of that size. It's like, things that are very close to measurement need to be very precise.
Do you get bees out there? Do bees fly over water?
Nah.
Interesting.
But is that
That's all.
Oh,
That's all.
no, I've had a bee. I got stung by a bee out in the middle of fucking the ocean once.
Where did the bee come from?
I don't know. That's what. And we had a
Look at
lizard.
this.
We had a lizard too once out there.
Huh.
Yeah.
But like, has it ever caused any problems, Paddy, with the bee's dick measurements? Or the...
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Because like obviously it's a boat, so different nationalities anyway. It's for what I was on was like pretty Aussie,
Boat
which was
people.
nice.
I thought Tony Abbott stopped them, didn't he?
Yeah. There's a few getting through. So.
Yeah, I'll make it back every time. Fuck you, Tony.
That was the other thing. Last time I came through customs, they let me in. I was hungover as well. Sorry, brief digression. I was hungover as hell. Coming through customs,
Come back from Canada. Yeah.
I was like, hang on. If they let me into the country, why are people upset about other people coming into the country? They let me in.
Yeah, and you were drunk.
I was a mess.
But say like a bee's dick obviously would have caused some problems with other nationalities.
Yeah, so we had we had a few nationalities, mostly Pommies and Aussies, and then there was a bit of everything. Anyway, we had a Dutch first mate, and we didn't go see eye to eye, like at all, because obviously anyway.
I've read your book about the Dutch.
Yeah, like I said, broom up the arse, like big time. Anyway, I'd come in and have a coffee and stuff, and he'd be like this, and he used to put his hands behind his back, and I was like, Jesus fuck.
It's because of the broom, you see.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
straight
yeah.
up there. Like he can't bend over at all. He's trying to work it back down his spine. Like,
Yeah. Anyway, so the captain's not there, but and he just he's all right. Anyway. But Jordan, my mate Jordan, and we always just say, the bee's dick here, like that's like whatever. And he's like, you could see him trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Bee's dick, like bee's dick. Anyway, we're cutting decades or something, and like fucking bees. Don't worry about that, and he's like, what's a bee's dick? And I was like, you know what a bee is? He goes, yeah. I was like, they're dick. Like. Pretty like it's fuck all.
Must be small.
It's 2/3, it's 4/5 of fuck all. Like
There you go. Yeah.
and then I remember we were getting. Anyway, it was a bit of a laughing point. We said, what's bee's dick in Dutch? And then like
And pray tell Paddy, what is bee's dick in Dutch?
We actually probably get it on Google.
Can we get that on
I
Google
can't. I can
Translate?
remember.
You want to do it, Justin?
Yeah, we could probably get that on
Google
Google Translate.
Yeah, it was
Instead of a bee's dick, I think
bees.
he might have thought there might have been
Oh,
yeah.
no, sorry.
We rehearsed this for hours, Nagy.
So one more time. A bay dick.
A bay dick.
I think it's a bit of like bayer.
That's very similar to bee's dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what
Bay-
else?
Which is
He didn't come within a freckle of him. That's another one.
which is confusing because if it was your bay's dick, it'd be like, hang on a second, what did you say about my bay? Like
Nagy, don't try and use hip
B-
slang. It's
Yeah,
not working for you.
BAE.
Yeah.
We don't use the slang.
I
that
only
the kids
heard
use
about
these
B.
days,
I didn't know the fuck what BAE Bay.
Your
Bay.
bae. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your significant other. Your bae.
Before anyone else.
It's from
I
rap
didn't know.
songs,
I
I
just
think.
thought it was
I think it's from rap songs.
because Fuely said it to me all the time.
Yeah, Tom Fuel is one with
There
the
you go.
ethnics as well. Like, you know, he's just there. He's just there in the mix. He's from, like, you know, the bad sides of the streets of Boat Harbour as well. So, like,
He's
you
from
know,
the hill.
Sorry,
he's
the bad side of the street. But
The
Harbour's
street.
very small.
There's only the
He's
one.
from the
That
hill.
one street.
Fuely's from the. He's upper class. Like on my back veranda, I can see his front veranda.
Oh, well.
I can wave like so. We used to have walkie-talkies.
wasn't that bit of fun when you were younger, have a talking.
Well, until
machine.
you get a really angry trucker on the radio and he tells you to get the fuck off, and you're only 8 years old, and it hurts.
Yeah. You're on the
You're on
wrong.
the same channel. This big burly trucker. Get the fuck off the station, mate. There's a trucking channel. I was 8.
There's
and
no
I was,
need for that
I
language.
was really
so.
upset. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
That's right. We have to bleep out everything in this episode. But I tell you what, it's been it's been we're gonna wait for a trucker to come on this and be like, "What are you doing on this station? You're podcasting again?" But I tell you what, it's been a bloody good time podcasting through the off season with you, Liam.
It always
and
is.
it's been a bloody good time also podcasting with you, Patrick, to come on.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pipe dream actually. I was waiting for the call.
I know you've been a big fan of watching it all overseas, and
I miss you bastards.
and like, like
We love having you on our pipe.
We know Australia misses you, but I tell you what, look, it's been an incredible journey.
It's been a hell of a ride, Nag. It's been an absolutely unbelievable ride, and there's so many people to thank.
There's so many people to
There's
thank.
so
you
many
know.
people to thank.
You know, we've had so many guests on. We've had obviously Andrew Milos. So we've had we have the Duke. We've
Nathan Brown, you know,
Nathan-
calling us up regularly for advice.
calling
Yeah.
us up, but we also had Chelsea Johns. We had the
We
guys,
have the doc.
we have the,
We have the doc.
the doc. We have the doc right here. But also,
Thank you
like,
very much,
know,
boys.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Look, and I'm really upset to say this is goodbye, but what I will say is thank you very much, boys, and
Thank
all
you.
the listeners for
been
listening.
wild.
to
been
all the
real.
listener.
Yeah.
All the listener.
All three of them.
every week to do it again and again. It's been something very, very special. And I tell you what, I tip the hat that's on the wrong way around to all of you.
Don't stop.